Well, good day and I love you. I'm High Vibe Heather and this is your daily dose. Your daily dose of well-being for happy, healthy, high vibing living. Yes, it's March 2nd and all is well. I feel like we need to say that a few times. And all is well. One more time. Ready? Say it with me. All is well. I don't think it feels that way to a whole lot of humans today. Which side am I looking at? Am I looking at the right side? I think I am. Look at my hair. Whoop. Whoop. It's like Woody Woodpecker. Anyway. I clearly haven't done anything with that yet. Okay, so here's what's up. Welcome, beautiful people. Venus is squaring Saturn today while Saturn is aspecting Chiron. So all of us are being wounded in ways where we are invited to grow. I have had a very involved day so far. We'll say that. All of the relationships in my house. I'm trying to choose my words because this is live and in real time. And it's really been a day already. Which is, of course, why we have the daily dose and why we have the village and why we show up like this. Like, for those of you that are in the village, this is being shared publicly for the first little bit so everybody can get to know what it's about, those who are interested. But Lex in the village had to go to the dentist yesterday and shared that she'd had dental issues before. And so this brought on certain types of feelings that she had experienced before. And we were able to reframe that and give her a different perspective so she was able to sit in that dentist office and greet the things that are going on with her body with more allowance and possibility and positivity. In a more high-vibing way. Yes! That right there makes you a focal point for better circumstances to occur because the universe can only match what you are. So the kicker is to change our focal point, right? So, Venus is squaring Saturn this evening, and Saturn is aspecting Chiron, and Saturn is getting ready to move into Pisces, and if everybody can't tell, shit is getting real, right? Belief systems are really becoming apparent right now, and what I mean is, if you're ducking out of your life in any way, shape, or form right now, you can really feel it. It's really becoming an issue. And where you need the healing is screaming at you today. So when I look at the circumstances that have happened in my life just today, I am able to see where I'm healing, where I've grown from, what I'm deciding I will and will not allow moving forward, and what I want that to look like, which is a lot to do with like integrity, honor. My son and I just had a great big discussion. He's at an age where he's hitting puberty. His hormones are changing. He's got lots of dynamics going on in his life and his very intimate relationships with right now. He wants more of a peer group. I said to him, this is that time in your life where you have grown-ups modeling lots of behavior in front of you right now, and you get to choose what kind of behavior you want to emulate. I said, do you know what that means? He said, mimic. I said, yes. And he gets to decide how he wants to. We discussed the words integrity and honor, and I was saying, nobody can make you act with integrity and honor. People can make you abide by the rules to a degree. You can receive discipline. But no one can make you want to do the right thing for the sake of doing the right thing or to act in a way that honors your soul. You have to make those choices for yourself. And for those that are having a hard time stepping into that today, play with gratitude. Instead of looking at what you don't have, tell me what's good. Instead of saying, if this isn't going to work, tell me what you've learned about yourself in just the last 3 years. Instead of saying, I don't think this looks like it's going to work out right, tell me what you have experienced in the last 3 years where you've learned what you're made of. Instead of saying anything negative, take a minute and look at the fact that you're not where you were 3 years ago. You've grown. You have new experience. You have new understanding, new ideas. Even if you're not where you want to be, you've made massive steps. That right there is a way to step into gratitude. That right there is a way that you can change your entire focal point, your entire vibration by stepping into gratitude, by simply realizing that you have shown up for the experiences of your life, right here, in the last 3 years, and you've become a different human being. Now, Venus square Saturn, Saturn and Chiron are letting you take a look at whether or not you like that human being, what parts of that you want to take forward, and what parts you might want to let go of, what parts you might need some healing on today, right? So, feel those feels today. The other thing I want to tell you is to get your feet on the ground. We discussed that yesterday. And we're going to start talking about simple food stuff before we delve into nutrition in here. We delve into nutrition in a little while. That's not our first step. Our first step is getting in touch with our belief systems and our feelings, which is why we spend so much time in the very beginning talking about these beautiful things. Because check this out. When we're talking about fitness and nutrition, there's tons of ways to climb the mountain. Most everybody has access to a pretty good nutrition program, a pretty good fitness program, a pretty good self-development program, right? But if that were enough to make you successful, you wouldn't have every mofo in the world right now becoming the next life coach. Yes, everybody's a life coach. I wonder if they're experiencing the life that they want to, because I'm not sure how they're going to give you something they don't have. The kicker is you have to learn to do this stuff every day. You have to learn to feel your feelings, to read your feelings, to integrate your feelings, and to adopt this way of living as a practice. Otherwise, it's just a nutrition program, it's just a fitness program, and it's just some self-development tools that you either think you're capable of or you don't. But if you were where you wanted to be and you had all those programs, if you were who you wanted to be and you had those programs, you'd be able to put it all together. It's not the lack of information here. It's not the lack of education or certification. It's the lack of knowing self and learning how to integrate your feelings in your everyday life that is keeping you from being successful. So that's what we do here in the village. That's what we're doing here today, processing our feelings and showing up to life. Yes, boys and girls. All right, we drew number 23, Ishtar, and she's upside down. So this is Ishtar about communion. 2 and 3 is 5. 5 is change. We have an alignment message today. Da-da-da. It says, when you refuse to see the signs, it can ultimately take you down a path you really don't want to be on. When red flags indicate something is not quite right, it's not a sign to jump in with both feet. It says, this is not for you. This is not yet. This is to be revealed. If you choose to move forward stubbornly, you could find yourself back in an old lesson you'd rather not face again. When you are attached to an outcome and unable to see another option, you might say, the oracle said this was not in my best interest, but I'm going to do it anyway. The truth is that the goddess Ishtar is offering this alignment task for you now. Trust that the wisdom in the universe will provide with perfect form, but in divine timing. This means you might have to wait for a while. Reconnect to your partnership with the goddess and trust that you will not be left behind. This connection is at the core of everything. I think my thing is about to run out here. So I'm going to go ahead and say thank you for joining me. Links are below, and if you want to join in the village and have questions, hit me up. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you for being here today.